Sarah Newey, 49 minutes Friday, May 25, 2018. With the referendum on a knife edge, thousands of Irish expats eligible to vote have gone back home to cast their ballot today. But for many, the cost of going home was much more than they could afford. While some universities, including Oxford, Nottingham and Sussex, have all passed motions to subsidise travel costs for students, this option was not available to the majority of Irish people living abroad. Instead, many of the 40,000 Irish expats eligible to vote are turning to crowdfunding to cover the cost of their travel. Due to strict restrictions which prevent voting by proxy or post, people have to be present in person to participate in the referendum. Many voters have used GoFundMe to raise the funds to return to Ireland. A spokesman for the company told "We've seen more campaigns started around this issue than any other single issue in Europe since we launched here. The vast majority have been people paying for flights to get home to vote, including several in the past 48 hours. Voters have also been using the hashtag Brussels Airport boarding to Dublin. The passengers on one flight. I'd realized months ago that I'd never be able to afford to go home for the vote. I can barely afford to go home at Christmas, she told But I've been thinking about it a lot recently, and last night I found the Abroad for Yes Facebook group and thought I'd give it a go. Within 50 minutes of posting, Siobhan had received enough money to cover her £550 return flight to Dublin. People were so generous, so many individuals donated, from £10 to £100. I never dreamed I'd make it, but now I'm on a bus in Ireland. I'm still stunned. I feel so passionately about women's rights, and to have the opportunity to go back is a really big deal. Siobhan said there was an optimistic atmosphere when she landed in Dublin. When I got to the airport there were signs welcoming me home to vote, others offering lifts. People have been really great at helping me and each other. I'll not even be in Ireland for 24 hours, my mum doesn't know yet I'm coming. I still can't believe it. I sponsored someone's flights so she could come. Home yet? Are you home yet? Are you home yet? Louise O'Neill, at O'Neillo, May 23, 2018. Funding strangers, but for some Irish people, going home simply wasn't an option. Alice moved to Australia 10 days ago. She'd already arranged her emigration when the referendum date was announced. I found myself anxious and guilty that I was not with my Irish sisters casting my vote. I toyed briefly with the idea of flying home from Sydney myself, but the cost was just too prohibitive. Instead, I woke up on Wednesday morning with the idea to pay for someone else closer to home to travel in my place. Alice told how she connected with strangers needing financial assistance on the Facebook group, Abroad for Yes. I was humbled by the relentless generosity of everyone in the group. It really displayed the most beautiful side of humanity during a testing time for all. I was so delighted to be able to partially fund trips home for people from Abu Dhabi, Amsterdam, Scotland and the English Midlands. Declan, who lives in Ireland, also decided to help others go home to vote. I wanted to sponsor people to come home because I believe every eligible Irish citizen who has a right to vote should be able to exercise that right. I can't canvass because of my job. I can't even wear a button to show my support as I am a teacher. But this was one way I could contribute, he told It matters to me because the women and men of Ireland came together in 2015 to ensure my relationship and thousands of other gay couples were recognized. The marriage referendum was a matter of equality, and the repealing of the 8th is the same. Opinion polls currently close. Although the Yes campaign is slightly in the lead, the opinion polls are too close to call. Ireland has some of the most restrictive abortion laws in the world, and the Taoiseach Leo Varadkar, who supports the Yes campaign, has called the election a once-in-a-generation vote. The results are expected to be revealed on Saturday afternoon. Read more. People are getting very emotional watching voters arriving home for the Irish abortion referendum. I don't know anyone planning to vote. No, in the Irish abortion referendum, but am I in an echo chamber? I'll be glad when it's over. The effect the Irish abortion referendum has had on families. iNews https://inews.co.uk